Hello, my name is Jason Wright. I'm here today to talk with you about the work of ensuring a collection that represents the diversity of a large metropolitan area, specifically Fulton County. This presentation is adapted from interviews I conducted with Jenny Collier, the Manager of Collection Management at Fulton County Public Library System. First, Fulton County is the largest public library system in the state of Georgia, with 34 separate branches. It provides content in a host of different formats for one of the most diverse and dispersed areas in Georgia. In addition to the public branches, it also operates the Auburn Avenue Research Library, which is used to study African American history. All collection management decisions in Fulton County are made by following two main guidelines: the library's mission and the collection development policy. I'll explore both, then get into some details about how those principles influence specific decision making. Let's begin with the mission of Fulton County Libraries. The library system sees itself serving as a cultural and intellectual center, enriching the community by empowering the residents to learn their entire lives. Now let's explore the policy. It's fairly extensive, but specifically I wanted to hone in on the way it places particular importance on the advancement of human knowledge and supporting constitutionally protected freedoms, which is in line with Johnson's findings on best practices for creating a diverse collection free of discriminators. Additionally, I found it encouraging that the policy references a number of important statements from the American Library Association, including its Bill of Rights, freedom to read, and freedom to view documents. In speaking with Collier, she made it clear her duty to the residents of Fulton County, providing a wide range of materials in several languages. We'll get into this language issue a little bit more later on. And again, I found her comments in line with Johnson's writings on the professional obligations of a librarian. This is not surprising, given Collier holds a master's degree in library science from Pitt. She spent 7 years at DeKalb County, then came to Fulton County in 2008 to serve as youth services librarian, then branch manager. She's been in collection management since 2017. As Johnson wrote, shaping the collection in a public library is of utmost importance because the failure to do so results in old information. And in Fulton County, purchasing decisions are made centrally. About half a week of total work for the department is spent finding new materials. The central office also works weekly with each branch to weed specific collections. Fulton County depends most on review journals to select the best titles. Issues of demand are usually important as well, as selectors see if the author is touring locally or might have a local following. All decisions are also weighted against current usage statistics, including the popularity of other similar works. Lastly, patron suggestions are also taken and then fulfilled where appropriate. All of this, of course, is important in a time of tight budgets. As Wineski wrote, those selecting titles must be acutely sensitive to their decision-making process. I did find it interesting, though, that some titles are perennially high use. These include test preparation and travel books, plus technical books for computers. This useful information changes quickly, though, so the books must be ordered yearly to stay current. In Fulton County, there's a unique push and pull between the collection development and the needs of users, specifically in regards to a growing and diverse population. The chances that a user who speaks Hindi or Mandarin, for instance, meeting a librarian capable of the same are sometimes slim. However, the librarian, being in a unique position of dealing with the public daily, is oftentimes the best proponent of shaping collections to meet their needs. Situations like this drive the current push for more foreign language books in Fulton's branches. Using current census data, the county was able to determine it needs collections in Hindi, Korean, Mandarin, Farsi, and Russian. It also offers many titles in Spanish, and in some branches, those Spanish titles circulate more than their English counterparts. Additionally, because of Fulton's numerous African American communities, unique subgenres like urban fiction, that is, titles featuring all-black casts or which deal specifically with issues facing the black community, are extremely popular. Purchasing materials in Fulton County to reflect those populations is fairly standard. The county uses two main vendors, Baker and Taylor and Brodart, that both send monthly new release lists to aid in development. Those titles are purchased using those vendor sites, and then all records are submitted to an ILS for coordination across systems. Fulton's fiscal 2020 budget for physical materials is $800,000. The growing electronic materials budget has recently equaled it, and it's important to note that because of ebook vendors like Overdrive and Hoopla offering audiobooks, this is likely the last year that the county will purchase compact discs. We'll get into that a little bit later. Funding comes almost completely from the county's tax coffers and has remained consistent the last few years despite rising costs. Collier did say, however, that selectors have gotten quite good at saving money in multiple locations to use at the end of the funding cycle for new materials. As in other systems, Electronic materials continue to climb in popularity. The ease of collecting those records also lead to better reporting and agility for the system so that they can move resources as needed. The overall sea change to electronic materials is easily the biggest driver in the library, said Collier. It's also causing users to rethink their relationship to the physical library location. So much can be done from home now, she said, that it's surely going to impact circulation numbers. Those electronic resources are also, interestingly, driving lending of physical objects that use the electronic materials. Increasingly popular are things like PlayOlay preloaded audiobooks and Launchpad preloaded tablets. Another benefit is that they can easily be loaded in those multiple languages that we discussed earlier. So thank you very much, and I appreciate your time and attention.